Hi, and welcome back. It's 2021, and we're so glad to have you back. Dang it, I said back twice. Hi, and welcome. It's 2021, and we are so glad to have you back here at the Weekly Tech Update. I'm your host, Mr. Cobbs, and we are live here in the beautiful city of Lagos. And you know what? We did it. We survived 2020. It is now 2021. We have a vaccine and a new president. And everyone knows at the start of every new year, what do? You have New Year's resolutions. You guys want to hear mine? Here they go. Resolution number 1. In 2021, I want to go fast in the go slow. It's 2021. And this year, my resolution is to stop reading Trump tweets. Thanks, Twitter. It's 2021. And this year, my resolution is to go outside amongst the people. Do you remember that? The outside and people? We've got some great news for you this week. So let's get right into it. Top story. Jennifer Gonzalez, the author and creator of Cult of Pedagogy, a teacher blog for nerd teachers like myself, has come up with an exciting annual tech guide. It's called the Teacher's Guide to Tech 2021. It's chock full of tech tools, tech strategies, and other cool things regarding tech. Definitely worth a buy. And yes, I said buy because it does cost money. Now, if that scared you away, stay with me. So for all you cheapskates out there, she also has a free article, you can just read it. It's entitled The 6 EdTech Tools to Try by the Cult of Pedagogy. These tools include Moat, All Slides, Google Lens, Bulb, Embrace Race, and Prezi Video. So take a look at that article. It's free. Check out these new tools. There's always new apps coming out every single day. Yes, we're continually learning. I know you know Nearpod. I know Nearpod and you know Nearpod. That's great. But there's more tools out there. So take a look and check out Cult of Pedagogy. Speaking of tech goddesses, we also have the Catlin Tucker. She came out with, last year, she came out with a blended learning session where you can learn kind of like the beginner's guide to blended learning, a tutorial, I guess you could say. Anyways, she just came out with a new one. It's called Advancing with Blended Learning online. Catlin Tucker, very famous in the world of tech ed. You can get this course. All the information is going to be in the description below, all the links. So check it out. I haven't taken it yet, but I did sit in one of her sessions in South Africa. So she's good. Next up, we've got purchase orders. The purchase orders were due last Friday. However, if you found something or forgot something that you wanted to add, send a quick email to your principal or the Cobbs and see if we can get that thing purchased for you, because we haven't sent it just quite yet. So Equip My School, log in, add it to the list, email your principal, let them know that you're interested. And also there's a form as well in case Equip My School doesn't have that. So reach out to a principal to find more information on that. Next up, we've got Printer Update 2021. Well, we had Printer Update 2020, but it's now moved into Printer Update 2021 because it's 2021. So anyways, these guys have been working diligently for the last 6 months to find a solution for us. And I think we've got it. What does that mean? It means you're going to be able to click print and walk to any of the 6 printers available to you: library, middle school principal's office, the print 3 or 4 in the printer's station area, as well as one in the annex area outside the athletic director's office. Lots of different locations. You click print, you can walk to any of those locations, swipe your handy dandy print card, swing, click, and then you just click print, boom, it'll print right there. So you don't have to walk to the printer and then click print. It's just right there. Also, we have software to track all your prints, so we'll know how much you're using and not using. That'll better help with cost. And you just hit in that 21-digit code that we'll give you, and you'll get those prints right away. Just joking, there's no code. Now, the way it works is we're going to email you, the tech department. We look for an email this week, and there's going to be a sign-up session for you to come in. We're going to take your computer, quickly add in the software, and give you a print card, and then you will be good to go for the rest of the year. So thank you, Neat Company, for finishing up with our print solution, and 2021 is looking up. As always, we have the lovely Miss Bola Body Lawson, who's going to be talking to you all about digital citizenship this month. Take it away, Bola, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Welcome to the Digital Citizenship section of the WTU. It's good to see you again. This week, we're going to look at news and media literacy. It's essential that students learn to think critically about the news and media they encounter every day. With everything going on around us right now, Corona, elections, it's essential that they recognize how individuals and society are influenced by the media and the misrepresentations and stereotypes they sometimes promote. In elementary school, I would like you to ask the students if seeing is believing. The web is full of photos and even videos that are digitally altered, and it's often hard to tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. Help your students ask critical questions about why someone might want to alter a photo or video in the first place. For middle school, finding credible news is important. The web is full of questionable stuff, from rumors and inaccurate information to outright lies and so-called fake news. So how can we help students weed out the bad and find what's credible? Help students dig into why and how false information ends up online in the first place, and then help them practice evaluating the credibility of the information that they find. In high school, I would like them to think about hoaxes and fakes. How can we avoid being fooled by fake videos and other information online? As always, this comes from the Common Sense Media organization, and I have links to the lessons in the description below. Have a wonderful week.
I'd like to end our first session of the Weekly Tech Update with some map testing tips and tricks. You guys ready for this? And also goodies, map testing tips and tricks and goodies. First thing, we've got a couple of little goodies in the description below. The first is an infographic. If you didn't see it, sent out in the communications department. It was created by none other than the lovely Mrs. Cobbs. Take a look at it. It's great. You can send it to parents. It'll help them out tremendously, hopefully. The second thing is we have a testing template. So what this testing template is basically a quick little Google slide that has all the information that you type in for your testing sessions that you can share in Seesaw or Google Classroom with your students. And that way you won't get the annoying, what's the password to the testing session? What is it again? They just look on those slides, boom, they're good to go. All questions answered. So take a look. It's in the description below. All you have to do is open it up and click File, make a copy, and you can make a copy of your own. Type in your testing session information, share it on Seesaw and Google Classroom, and your kids will be thanking you later. During the testing this week, that's happening starting Monday, the internet may or may not go out. Not for our school. Our school is good to go. That'll never happen again. But for your kids at home, they might have internet that goes out. So if that happens, if a kid gets kicked out, all you're going to do is you're going to click on that particular student. Then you're going to click suspend. You're going to suspend their test. Once your student comes back online and lets you know, hey, I'm back online, you can then go back to that student, click on that student, and then you can click retest. Then your student's going to go back, sign in, log back in, and he should be good to go. He or she should be good to go. Two more little quick things. If a student needs to use the restroom or needs to pause for whatever reason, click on that particular student's name, and then, or the little checkbox next to the student's name, and you're going to click pause test. Then when they come back, you click resume test. As the tests are happening, you have to monitor the tests. Like, take a look at how the students are testing, how many questions they're kind of going through. And if you're noticing one particular student is taking a really long time on a question, there could be potential for maybe they're going on Google and looking at answers or something like that, or asking someone else. I would highly recommend kind of communicating with that student, seeing where they're at and seeing if it looks a little bit fishy. Conversely, if you're noticed that a student is going through the questions much quicker than they should be, especially if you know that student shouldn't be going through them that quickly, they could be just guessing. So as they're kind of testing, keep an eye on how the pace of the questions are being answered, and check in with your students as they're doing it. A full breakdown of all the tips and tricks and all of the different ways, things that can go wrong for MAP testing can be found in the description below. Matt put together a nice tutorial for us. Add it to the bottom. Check it out in case you get lost. Either way, that's it from for the news. From all of us here at the Weekly Tech Update, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.